If you want to collect a full non-foil set in beta, how many boxes should you buy before switching to singles? You will get an answer to that question today. Hi everyone, this is Hank from Wizard's Den. Today, we are going to talk about how many beta boxes you should buy before switching to singles for minimizing the total cost for completing a non-foil set. As I covered in the last week's episode, there are many people asking questions regarding what to purchase for beta, especially regarding number of boxes. The two questions asked frequently is listed here. The first regarding minimum box counts to enjoy Constructed, and the second regarding when to stop buying boxes and switch to singles to minimize cost when making a full non-foil set. The first question was answered last week, and today is for the second question to be answered. If you want to know the answer to the first question, please watch the episode with this thumbnail. I will put a link in the description of this video. So is it possible to estimate how many boxes you should buy before buying singles that would minimize the cost for making a non-foil set? To answer this question, you need to know two things: an estimate for set completion rate with given number of boxes, and the price for single cards. For the first part, I have covered that extensively in this YouTube channel and can be checked off. For the second one, however, we have no idea as none of the cards are in the open market. So, does this mean we can't make any estimates? Well, no. We can set the single prices as variables and generate different parameterized plots for the optimum number of boxes for different single prices. For example, we can calculate the optimum box counts for a condition when a single unique is $20 and another for $10. People can then decide what box counts they want to go for from their own thoughts on the worst case scenario. For this calculation, two assumptions are made. First, the cost calculation is based on completing a full non-foil set. Also, we assume the calculation for set completion rate with given number of boxes is correct. For the detailed calculation result for the set completion, please watch the print runs and set completion box counts episode, which I included a link in the description of this video. So we start from the top graph, which shows the required boxes versus set completion percentage for both elite and unique cards. We will only consider these two rarities for cost calculation. First, I'll create an inverse function with required boxes on the x-axis instead of the y-axis. Based on this graph, we can directly calculate the cost required to complete a set after buying given amount of boxes. The cost calculation curve looks like the one on the top. The cost is normalized to the price of a box instead of an absolute value. We will explain how the actual price of a singles were incorporated into the calculation later. The yellow plot calculates the cost required for buying singles to complete a set after buying given amount of boxes. The red plot is the cost already spent on purchasing boxes. The blue plot is the sum of these two plots, which indicates the total cost. So when you buy 60 boxes, you completed the set with just buying boxes, so the yellow plot is at 0 and the total cost coincides to the cost of the boxes. When you only buy like a single box, the blue line is almost the same as the yellow, as the whole expense would have to be spent on singles. The minimum value that the blue line takes is the break-even point where the cost becomes minimum. This X value is the optimum number of boxes to purchase. This plot is for a given single price condition. I did the same calculation for different single prices and derived the optimum number of boxes for each condition. This is a plot that summarizes those results. This plot shows break-even box counts for different single card prices, and this is where I introduce the different pricing conditions. the pricing is defined by 3 different variables. Well, technically 2, as one is dependent on the other 2. We have KU defined as an average price of all unique cards divided by the price of a box. KE is defined as a price of an average elite card divided by the price of a box. And KEU defined as KE divided by KU. The image on the top is a plot for the optimum box count versus KU, with multiple plots with different KEU. How can I use this plot? Well, let's use it in an example. Let's assume that the box price is $150, price of a unique card is $20, and price of an elite is $10. KU will be 20 divided by 150, which becomes 0.13. KE will be 10 divided by 150, which becomes 0.06. KEU will become the division of KE and KU, which becomes 0.5. You first check which line corresponds to KU equals 0.5, and in this case, it is the green line. Then you look at where the value of that line is at 0.13 on the x-axis. That value is 5.516 on the y-axis, and that is the optimum box you should buy at that cost estimation. Now you might be wondering how you can account for shipping cost. This can be easily done as shown in this next example. Let's assume the same situation but with shipping cost of $1 required for singles and $6 per booster box. You simply add the shipping cost to the cost of the singles and boxes, and you can calculate each variable as shown. This is important for some folks like me living outside of the US. The main market will be in the US, and anyone living outside will be forced to buy stuff with high shipping costs, especially for singles. For example, a registered priority mail from the US to Japan costs around $50. Assuming $20 card price for a unique card, the coefficient KU can come close to 0.5. And the optimum box count can differ by more than a single case. This is a tabulated version of the optimum number of boxes for different KU and KEU. Though the exact price of single card is unknown, this table should greatly aid your purchase decisions for minimizing your cost. You can either estimate the single price, or you can assign a value depending on your total budget. Now, can I give my perspective and speculation on what the single card price may be? Maybe I will in the next coming episodes, so stay tuned. So, that's it for today's episode. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for future episodes regarding sorcery. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a great game.